It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the 49ers, and it's coming up next.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and now it's second down. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So here are the Browns now with great starting field position. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. He was able to topple the 200-yard mark and a rushing touchdown for good measure.
And what I found surprising, all those yards he accumulated, only found the end zone one time.
Just once.
That doesn't even seem fair, does it?
But still, the 200-yard mark, something he can always carry in his back pocket. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Trey Lance of the 49ers set to go back on offense here. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off of play action, here's Lance. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Let's go!
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 23 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. On first down, it's Mitchell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
All right, all right, all right.
Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be a 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Watson off play action. Drops it off for Chubb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Gay is on for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Lance. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they built that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Lance now on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. And Lance now to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
The ball didn't work very well on that play. Defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Lance. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. Dancing to his left. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And Lance will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. The Niners on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Greg Newsome up to make the stop. To throw on 2nd and 6. Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Here's Lance to throw it. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. The kick by Gold is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Looking to throw. Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play that time for Cleveland. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And what was amazing to me was the fact he was able to get as much on the ball as he did because he was on the run. Normally when you're on the move like that, you don't expect the ball to go that far. You would think you need your lower body to be involved. That was an all-arm throw.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now Watson. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way. As well as...
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Deshaun Hand able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
After the sack on first down, Lance. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on, the ball hard.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. David Njoku and the rest of the offense heading back out onto the field. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far as we see here on your screen.
They may have to draw up coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men, maybe even a 4th guy may have to go and account for him. But right now, he's shredding the defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Lance. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Lance now on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Again, it's Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. To throw again on second down, Lance. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Good job.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes. No interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field.
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge, a successful one. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They set up the screen to Chubb. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
Oh, we got it.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12.
We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where you see the final score there. Ryan Tannehill leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we take the short trip down to D.C. to check on the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the...
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. From the 50, it's Watson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
On 1st down, Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Lance looking to throw it. It's caught. Mitchell. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Oh, ball. That's on ball.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
So here are the Browns to take over. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. Watson now to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Watson. And this one too low. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And it's 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead now 11, 24-13. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Let's go.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Lance going to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll run on first down. Mitchell. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story as he was approaching 19 miles an hour on that one. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
That's a gain of 3. Now
Here's Lance. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Lance now on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Mitchell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Completes it to Samuel. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and 5. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got him. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Just a yard to go here on second down. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Chubb. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 68 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Watson. Going for it all. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And Lance will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lance. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Play action. Now it's Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this one is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Lance looks to throw again. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now Lance. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. On 1st and 10, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 77 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the red zone now, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Yeah, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Come on, boys. Come on.
An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Lance to throw it. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st down, Lance. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And Lance now to throw. And Kittle catching the slant. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. Lance now on 1st down. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he's got this down to the 35. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the 29, Lance checks this one down. It's Mitchell. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
8 yards to go on second down.
A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Browns, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll have another road day next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.